think about me and my kid putting on a helmet with stuff on top of it, tell them to throw money, not throw coins and not trash.
So,
The kid would get hurt. So
wait, so wait, let's start this over. So you're talking about picking up trash in the wash, right?
Anywhere.
Anywhere, and then
at that time along the side of the road, my kid used to. I told her a story about a commercial that I watched growing up, and it had an Indian, walking across, walking down the street, and the trash was blowing by. He had a big tear in his eye, and I was like, these people are making Indians cry, and something about that little story struck her in her little heart. I mean, from then on, she saw trash, she wanted to go pick it up. I was more worried about her running out in traffic to get trash than I was, worrying about her little soul, because she had a good soul,
Yeah.
She came with it, and yeah, she was a real generous kid.
Yeah, but you said you got a few people on the streets together to pick up trash,
People that were living in the wash.
Yeah, you're hoping to.
If you don't have an option of things to do with the trash, it's hard to be chastised for leaving it. Where are they going to put it? In the wash, probably.
So, but you reached out to the city or to people. Who did you reach out to?
Well, I tried to contact the city and have them bring a dumpster. I thought that would be the easiest way to give them a little bit of time, even a month, and allow them to get the word out. Hey, there's a dumpster down there. Put your trash in. You don't have to defecate outside your tent. There's a porta potty.
Yeah.
And the people, from what I saw, were not only willing to do something, but to govern each other. You trash the bathroom, you're going to have to talk to somebody because they tried to go in it after you, and I'll help. Smear stuff on the walls.
You said you think they would be able to govern themselves
to a high degree. I think
to a high degree.
I think so.
Wow.
There's always a hierarchy anyway.
Yeah.
When you live in a place like that, it's a smaller society, but it's still basically a society. So you got a tough guy that'll beat your ass if you get out of line. If you come in there and do crime, like I've seen them. Actually conducted a pretty fair hearing of a girl that was accused of a guy of rape, and it did take me long to come to the conclusion, but I've had criminology in different courses that'll help. Help guide the my eyes to see the right truth. But I talked to the detective that handled it too. He came up with the same conclusion, that she was just making it up pretty much. I don't know if the attention, but she would go to the hospital, she would do all this stuff. Very dramatic about it. So a few people believed her, a few didn't. But they came together and said, we can't allow this guy to be here. He's doing this, or there's a suspicion of him doing this kind of crime. But when it blows your spot, it brings heat down. But so a lot of degree, I think they would govern each other.
Okay, so you think you could get the people on the streets to clean it up if the city would provide the dumpster and the
because
the latrine.
It'd be hard pressed to come up with the $30 or $40 I was going to help people help me even with it to pay for the dumpsters removal, and dumping. But even that seems like such a, or at least the life I led. If you came to me when I was in my business and asked me for $40 so they could put a dumpster, of course, that'd be no problem. Why the city doesn't want to spend the money, I have no idea. I mean, if it doesn't work, okay, I got it. You can always say I tried to do that. But nobody's even trying. To combat the graffiti. Go down, and if you think who's writing MDP on the walls, which is pretty easy to figure out, go to that person and talk to them. Say, hey, man, this is my business, and I have to pay $60 for somebody to cover this up, but it's going to get covered up. So your little attempt at notoriety is not going to work. You're just pissing somebody off by having to spend $50 and spray over, and that paint not match, or something that makes my business look crappy. And you might find that they say, oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. Would you stop doing it? I don't know what makes people do that. I never got the tagging thing, but most of it you can't even tell what the hell it is, But they're doing it for some reason. And if people can figure out what that reason is, if they were tagging my business, I'd be out there waiting. I'll catch them doing it, and I'll find out why they're doing that. I did something personal, or my business stands for something that they don't appreciate. But without any communication, nothing changes. Nothing's going to change either way. They're just going to have a desolate attitude towards the town. The town's going to have a bad attitude towards them, and it'll never change. Might figure a way to stop them from charging at the goal line by locking everything down. now you're making them be criminals. Now they're going to bust the lock off and get in there. They're going to have power. I mean, we are humans. We have phones. Obama made sure of that. So they're going to get power. You know, you shut the water off. You know, they're gonna find a way to get water. You know, so it's never going to work for either side. You know, in a positive manner unless they work together. And yeah, I do think that the majority of folks, we are humans. You know, we're all the same thing. So. Most of us, I'm pretty sure, had mothers, you know, who taught us right from wrong and what rude is and what these different behaviors are. But I don't think at any class in life that it's not that far away to put those values down and look disgusted at somebody walking by because maybe they're not as clean as you are. You can tell they haven't had a shower in a couple of days, haven't shaved their face. I went 25 years shaving my face every day, every day. So now I'm bad about not. Who's going to care? If you're going to look bad at me with hair or without hair, you know, what's the motivation for me? Other than personal pride, there's just none. You know? So, and I think that bad attitude just festers and gets worse. Where a lot of these people may not be able to come back from not giving a shit. I mean, they may never. They forgot real easy when their mothers taught them, you know, not to be rude, not to disrespect or say nasty things to people. You're out there in public blurting that crap out, you know. So I don't think any of us are that far away from losing our respect or our ability to give a crap anymore. You know? You just figure, hey, this is what I am. This is what I am. And, you know, move on. I found myself that I do things now that you would never. When I first became homeless, would never caught me doing it. You would never caught me out here doing my laundry in front of people or washing my hair in front of people, things like that. I would go by anywhere, do anything to keep from having to do that. But over time, I find that I'm doing things. You know, I used to couldn't stand the trash in the park. I'd go around with my little pinchers, you know. But my attitude was so bad that when the maintenance guys would take my cleaning stuff, take my broom or the pitchers that I was using, I got to where I'm like, all right, you don't appreciate anything that I'm doing, you know. Or you wouldn't be taking my cleaning supplies. They're not. I'd rather see a broom than trash, you know. But it
That's
just
true.
so my attitude just get worse and worse. I don't think I'll ever be able to do some of the things that people do, but I can't really say for positive because I see my attitude getting worse about things. And a lot of it is combative, you know. Like they taking my cleaning supplies, so why give a shit about that? They're gonna honk at me whether I'm in your way or not. Why do I give a crap if I'm in your way or not? I'll walk out in front of traffic because you're still gonna honk at me. You know, stuff like that. You can lose your discretion in a lot of things. You lose your manners. You know, there's a lot of it. If T's not a bad guy, you get to talking to him. He's kind of funny. You can't fight. He's blowing shit up your ass if he tells you to fight. But I met his mother. He has a mother. He has a very nice mother. She for a long time cared a lot about what was happening to T on the streets. Now she won't let him in her home. You know, it's just your attitude is bad. But I think that could change just as quickly if people would do decent things for him. You know? But T won't quit panhandling and wrecking people's businesses when they won't, you know, let him panhandle out there. He's lost his respect, you know, for the effort, the work that people do to make a living, and how high the cost of living is. I mean, there's a lot of families that struggle, you know. They maintain a decent life, but they're both working, you know, paying huge babysitter bills, not being able to spend as much time with their kids as people should. Kids take a lot of attention, you know. You're not able to have a mother or father there, and I really don't give a crap which. I find both sides to be excellent parents. You know, if they were raised well, they're going to raise their children well. The main outlook that I see is if you had to be raised wrong to come out wrong. And I had a wonderful mother. My mother was everybody's mother. You know, I don't think I've had very many meals that didn't have one of the neighborhood kids with me. You know, one of my buddies, and most of the time it was the same thing at their house. You know, so I don't think that's you know what it really is that they were raised wrong. I think a lot of times they just lost their ability to give a shit. You know, they just it's not been effective. You know, to say hi to everybody when you go by or be cordial. You get dirty looks and no response. Instead of you go, okay, screw that. You know, I'll just give dirty looks too or boo at them when they walk by, or you know, something counterproductive, you know.
Yeah.
It's not, most of us don't come up with something else. Well, I'm just going to wear her out with kindness, you know. I'm going to say hi to this lady every time she walks by me until she accidentally or responsibly comments back, you know, or says hi back. You know? I don't know how long that
This
takes.
guy would do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's upbeat and positive. You know, people meet him. You're not going to think this is a bad guy. You didn't need to shield your children from him. He wasn't going to bother your kids, you know. He wasn't going to take the last drop of water in your town. You didn't have to shut the outlets off when he came through. You didn't have to post fences and gates and stuff, you know. What you need to do is say hi back and maybe strike up a conversation and find out what kind of person he is, you know. Not everybody's the template that they lay out for us, and vice versa with the people in the city of Arcadia. And I know everybody's going to care. This is a beautiful town. You know, everybody's going to care about it where, but it is beautiful, and people are going to come here. You know, you encourage them in every other way to come here, but with this type of person, you don't want. You know, so and nobody's got a solution for handling it. You know, with adversity. So it would do to make common sense that stop the adversity. You know, don't be rude to him. Try to be kind to him. This guy at Monarch Donuts, a good example. If on the script, he's only open from like 3 in the morning to I think 8 or 9, and he always sells out of his donuts. But if you go by and you're homeless, he'll give you a cup of coffee and a donut, charge you money. That's, to me, that's proactive. You're not going to see anybody homeless trashing his business. You know, they're going to have respect for that. Appreciation for this man. Because you find very rare. Very few people take money out of their pocket. You know, because he would have had that donut and that cup of coffee sold. You know, that positive that he sells out every day. Has for years. But that's something that he's a community member, and that's the way you could keep. And it's probably cost him, you know, pennies on the dollar to make the donuts up. But his time, his sweat, his energy, all of that's valuable. And to come out of your own pocket like that, to me, I have a lot of appreciation for the guy. I've never said anything to him. I've never spoke to him other than thank you or whatever. But I've also been fortunate that I can pay. I won't accept that generosity because he's not particular. If you're homeless or you tell him you're homeless, he's going to give you a donut coffee. You know, it's not going to ask you 50 questions, make sure you're homeless. You know, check the dirt behind your ears and stuff. He's just going to give you a donut coffee.